South Jersey bad boys.
That was hard to follow.
Yeah, yep. I kind of take a twist on it. I've been listening to a lot of Kidz Bop.
Really?
Did you know they did a WAP version for Kidz Bop?
What does that mean?
The wet ass pussy song.
Oh, I thought you meant like instead of Kidz Bop they were calling it WAP. I'm like, what is that, like white something? God, I stink at improv.
Well,
WAP, white octopus.
I thought you were going in the direction where you remember the dance of the WAP? That was WOP.
That
was from like maybe when we were in college.
Yeah, WAP.
Yeah,
WAP,
yeah,
WAP,
that's all.
WAP, WAP, WAP.
I requested that at a wedding, and it was an old Italian DJ, and he's like, "What did you just call me?" It was like, I was like, not that kind of. I was like, I mean the dance. And then he was showing me the songs on there. We tried to find it, could not find it.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna throw out another Italian slur, but I feel like you can't.
Oh yeah, which one's gonna get flagged?
Right, that's the thing. I'm like the Irish and the Italians. You've always been able to kind of slur them up
a little bit,
give them a little slushy.
Yeah, a little slushy.
Little slur. And now I'm afraid that you can't do that. So let's play it safe and let's not say that, even though I am Italian.
Yeah.
3%.
Did you actually do a DNA test on that?
I did. I did the 23andMe. I am 92% Irish. And I am like, I don't know, French and German a little bit, probably like 6%. And then the rest is like Italian and something.
At least it is
all European.
92, yeah, all European. And it's all European in there, but 92% Irish, because I've had people that have been, they grew up and lived Italian their whole life.
Oh, yeah.
They were the Irish their whole life. Then they get their thing and they're like, fuck, I'm actually Polish.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of went through the reverse. Like, I always knew I was Irish, but I went through, I think a lot of people went through this phase in high school, where in high school it was cool everyone was preaching about being Italian.
Yeah.
And I think in high school I used to try to ham it up where I'd be like, I'm actually like 25% Italian. And I'm like, why was I doing that? Like, I don't give a shit about being Italian or really anything. I'm like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I like being Irish. I think the Irish are cool.
Yeah, at least we get one day to be drunk, right?
Yeah.
Everybody every other day of the year we're expected to be these, top-notch citizens.
Right.
And it's just, when can you just accept, who we are?
What a good holiday for our people. It's just, hey, one day you just want to get fucking wasted all day.
Yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah.
You don't need to chop down any trees or go hide eggs. Let's just get fucking hammered.
Let's do it fucking hammered. The Boondock Saints is on TNT. I'm fucking pumped right now. Yeah, that's what it is every single year.
Boondock Saints was also big in college.
Everybody had the movie poster in their dorm on the wall. Everybody in my school did.
I think that movie was so successful, like I think completely attributed to the posters that you could you find in Spencer's Gifts and then hang on your college dorm room wall. Because you ever rewatch Boondock Saints?
I haven't in a long time.
It's not good, dude. It's like so corny.
But at the time, it's just like, this is the shit. Like, this is the movie. Right. This is my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like Green Street Hooligans. Did you ever see that?
No.
That one actually is pretty sweet. It's Elijah Wood and Charlie Hunnam, who's in I think it's his name. Dude's in Sons of Anarchy.
Okay. Yeah.
But they're basically in a gang in England, I think, and Elijah Wood comes over because he's like visiting his sister, and he winds up staying there, but he's actually a journalist. But then he's like doing some undercover journalism about this gang that's obsessed with the soccer teams over there.
Yeah.
And they just fight. They just like their gang will fight the other rival team's gang. And Elijah Wood like actually gets immersed in it, joins the gang, actually kind of likes it. And then they're like, he's a fucking journo. They find out that he's a journo, and it's and that's the movie.
Oh shit!
You don't even have to see it now. It was pretty good.
Sounds a lot like a Peaky Blinders on Netflix, like that type of show. And that isn't as good as other people say it is. But I've been trying to get into.
I never got into it. No, I never gave it a shot. I just one of those shows I just haven't gotten around to seeing yet.
I watched one season of it, and I'm like, I could go either way on it. So.
I think I watched an episode, and I was like, man, this is really tough to understand. Mm-hmm. And then I just like
it really is. Those accents are really thick.
Yeah.
You have to really go into it.
Yeah.
But, whose accent isn't very thick. Here's a fun news story from...
Let's go. What do we got?
Got a couple of South Jersey news stories.
So this
here.
is local?
This is a local one.
Local South Jersey news?
Local to South Jersey, yes. A victim in Millville man's gold bar scam lost $90,000 and later killed herself.
It feels so wrong to laugh after reading that headline, but it is funny.
A Millville man received a prison term for his role in a romance scam that took more than $3 million from people, and one woman killed herself.
Wait, what kind of scam? A romance scam?
It was basically like he would start online romances. The conspirators asked at least 40 victims for large amounts of money, claiming they needed cash to ship non-existent gold bars to the United States.
So he was getting into romantic relationships with people and basically then giving them this pitch that he's got gold bars that he needs to get shipped.
Yeah, he has gold bars that need to be shipped.
What sort of gold bars? Like just actual gold?
Just actual gold, yeah. Large amounts of money saying they needed to ship non-existent gold bars, and they'd recover their money once the bars arrived in the country. In 2008...
How stupid are people?
This is the oldest trick in the book.
Oldest trick in the book. I got some gold buried somewhere. Yeah. I promise you. If you just give me some cash up front, I will pay you back.
And not even just like a couple $100 here or there.
90 G's.
In 2018, a victim killed herself after she sent more than $90,000 in the scam.
Oh, my God.
The woman received a photo of a man bringing the gold bars to America so that she would recognize them. The woman was found dead from suicide.
Oh. And that's not even from the money. That's from the embarrassment of going, I can't believe people are going to find out that I lost $90,000.
$90,000, yeah. And I can
gold miner.
I can never comprehend these stories because they always find the people that have $90,000 to send. I mean, this guy was in Millville and he was scamming people. These people are all over the place, I could imagine. But the person was from Millville down there in Cumberland County. But it's like they were able to narrow it down and call and text and email, hit people up on dating apps, I assume is where this happened.
Yeah.
And they found somebody that had $90,000 to send to somebody.
Rich people get duped, man. Like, rich people can get duped. There was a guy in my neighborhood when I was growing up that was doing some sort of pyramid scheme. He had like just moved in the neighborhood. He bought this beautiful house in the neighborhood. They had like this basketball court in the back that had it was super nice. They had like a certain type of pavement that was like beautiful.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, holy shit, like, this rich ass dude like does really well. And he was in some sort of investments, but he was getting investments from like my friend's parents, like
they were all
kids that I went to school with's parents. He was getting investments from them, sort of like, I mean, I don't know exactly what the business was, but like a Bernie Madoff situation. Like, you give me this much money, and I'm going to get you some
Ponzi
sort of
scheme?
return on your investment times however much. And he just fucking stole so many people's money, and then he got caught and he went to jail. But then everybody around town heard about who got fucking duped. And it was a lot of money like this. It was probably like, 6 figures or close to it.
Oh, shit. And then it's going around saying, like, hey, they were the one that fell for this idiot's Tupperware pyramid scheme.
Dan's dad's a dumbass. He fell for the scheme.
He fell for this one. He thought a Nigerian prince was coming for a parade in Audubon, and they needed money for the float. And that he was going to receive sponsorship money back in his bank account. They just needed to confirm his routing number and checking number.
His heart was in the right place.
Yeah, it was. It really was. He's opening up his arms to royalty when they visit South Jersey.
Think about all the people that Bernie Madoff ripped off, though. There's a list, we could look this up, of famous people that he got. I think Spielberg was maybe one of them. I mean, that's not surprising. The actors are dumbasses, but they're rich, so that's how the rich can get duped.
They can get duped. Let's see if I can find any.
You could just be like a finance bro who's just really good at doing one thing, but like you're stupid elsewhere in life.
Oh boy.
I was right. Spielberg.
11 celebrities who got scammed by Bernie Madoff and lost millions.
Spielberg looks like Bernie Madoff right there. Kevin Bacon. Man, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. He just, everybody's close to him. Who's that?
It doesn't even say the names anywhere. That's why
I feel like I know that guy. I don't know. Who's that?
Let's see. Geez, it doesn't even say their names.
Let's see if we recognize. Because if we don't recognize their face, it's like, who gives a shit, but
yeah. Let me see here.
Is that Bernie?
Yeah, so
Up
here. Yeah, there he is.
Man, he looks like the Penguin
Yeah.
from Batman.
Here's some famous celebrities that he's ripped off: Kevin Bacon, Steven Spielberg, John
Elie
Malkovich.
Wiesel? I knew.
Elie Wiesel. Yeah, how
my
do I
God,
know that name?
because
Oh,
he's
Knight,
he
the
was
Holocaust survivor.
The Holocaust survivor.
He got scammed by Bernie
You
Madoff.
scammed the Holocaust survivor, Elie Wiesel? Dude,
Yeah.
what a fucking dirtbag.
Man, between going after him, Steven Spielberg, there's a bit of a pattern here with
Right.
who he was targeting.
He knew some people had some quiche.
Yeah, they really did.
Wow, dude.
Here's one other South Jersey article
South
specifically.
Jersey, what's going on in South Jersey?
A rebel leader with alleged history of war crimes came to South Jersey illegally, the federal government says.
Really?
A South Jersey man from Liberia is hiding his past as a rebel leader to gain entrance to the United States.
Now, Liberia, where would you say exactly that is?
Liberia?
What planet?
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where Liberia was on a map if I have a general idea, but I wouldn't be able to differentiate it from any,
I have no idea. I'm going to guess the Middle East because it's got Iria in it.
Pretty close. And I'm going to confirm, I believe it is in
makes sense.
Africa.
Yeah, why? That wouldn't make any sense. Of what I just said makes zero sense.
Looks like it is down on the southern coast of, or actually no, that's the west coast of Africa, right near the Ivory Coast and Sierra Leone is Liberia, right on the
Liberia,
old Atlantic.
Nigeria,
Liberia, Nigeria,
Syria.
yeah, there you go. Syria is Middle East. It's close enough.
Yeah, that's
So-
what maybe I was thinking of.
Well, he's from Mays Landing, which I believe is down near Atlantic City.
Hey, good for Mays Landing. Finally
Yeah.
getting on the map.
Getting on the map for something, right?
All right.
He concealed his role in the conflict when applying for visas to the United States.
How did he conceal his role?
Yeah, I don't know. He had human rights complaints against him, which for human rights stuff, you think if somebody was violating it, it'd be more than like a complaint that you put in the little box down at Borough Hall or something.
Hey, this guy's sex trafficking kids. I think he should get a demerit.
Yeah, you should get a demerit or at least get fined or something. Is the screams they just go until
Yeah.
3 a.m.
I mean, it's just all night with these kids.
Yeah, all night with these kids. You just,
you think there'd be a little bit more of an investigation than a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, just a
human.
little-
What human rights?
human
That's
rights complaint.
Either you're abusing people or kids or employees, maybe.
Yeah, and then of course you get blue-balled right at the end, saying that how he got all these green cards to get into PA in 2017, and his visas were approved. But the charge is only an allegation. He has not been convicted in the case of being a. But even if
Innocent until proven guilty, Dan.
all of this is an alleged history of war crimes
It's alleged war crimes
in Liberia.
in Liberia.
And now is Mays Landing local PD going to arrest a guy for war crimes in Africa?
They might have their hands tied with local Mays Landing crime.
Yeah, because Mays Landing crime is finally going to patch all this stuff up.
Yeah.
The detectives that have not been even aware of this guy's war crimes, he's just wandering around Mays Landing.
So he's got war crimes and human rights
Accusations. Accusations against alleged war crimes. Yeah, but I guess, who knows if war crime is just thrown around at people like...
This guy sounds like a wild card, dude.
Yeah, he could be anything, but he could just be working at the post office in Mays Landing or committing war crimes back home.
What, man, a war crime. When you think about what falls under that,
Yeah,
under
what
the
would
category of war crimes.
If you could rank war crimes, what would top three? What are your top three war crime moments in history?
That'd be a sick thing to get caught for. But what are you in for? War crimes? The top three war crimes in history.
Top three.
I guess treason. Treason is a big one that has happened through the history.
Oh,
of time.
I was going to say a specific war crime event, like the time that
like between a person and
a
person to person.
No, let's just go back to that, because what would you think is a war crime?
Yeah, so I guess treason. Trading sides.
Yeah. So
giving up your country.
So it's kind of like this guy was here from Liberia and he committed treason, which means he switched teams, and now we're kind of the referees. Like, hey, you can't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it sounded like he was maybe bringing some bad business over here with the human rights violations that he's getting.
Yeah. They just don't want to. They're like, listen, we have upstanding citizens and none of this war crime trash attached to people's names. We don't need you dirtying up the Mays Landing reputation.
Yeah.
Especially right outside of Atlantic City.
We got enough traffic over here. We don't need sex traffic.
Yeah.
All right, guys? I'll be here all night. I don't know. Treason, war crime. Maybe
let me try and search like what
some
is
sort of crimes of torturing people, like crimes against...
Torture might be it. Shooting civilians.
Torture. I would say torture, treason. Yeah, some sort of crimes against humanity.
War crimes came around in World War II. A war crime is committed when combatants violate the laws of war as defined by international treaties, such as killing civilians, killing prisoners of war, torture, taking hostages, committing genocide, and ethnic cleansing are considered war crimes.
Ooh.
So if you had to get rid of one of those, if you had to say one, let's get this off the war crime list. Like if all these were buddies on the no-fly list and you had a bachelor party.
So if they're all on the list and they go... You could take one off the list. That's not like the most serious. What's the least serious war crime?
Yeah, basically. Which is the least serious war crime?
Can you read them again? 'Cause I can't see.
Oh, yeah.
My eyes are...
Here we go. Can you...
There we go.
About that right there.
We say killing civilians. Pretty bad. Killing prisoners.
I mean...
let's table that one.
Yeah.
Because torture... I don't like that. Taking
hostages.
Are they doing anything to hostages or just taking them?
Yeah, because people take them over bank robberies every day. They don't get charged with war crimes.
Yeah, and it doesn't say anything about how you treat them. Maybe you just are holding them against their will, but in a sick-ass penthouse.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, you could really loosely use the term hostage.
Committing genocide, I would say, is a for sure no-no.
Yeah, that one. I would say that one might have to stay on the list.
That should definitely stay in. Ethnic cleansing, I forget, but that's just the elimination of a race or culture.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I would say we learned in history that one is also a big no-no, pretty bad.
Yeah, that one is not recommended.
Yeah, that is tough. They're all pretty.
I think we would have it down that if we could remove a war crime out of this list, it would probably be killing POWs. But if you also think about it on the flip side,
I feel like we're doing that anyways.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're probably doing it, but then every single time some guy that gets taken, taken as a prisoner, then it's like on the front page of every single news thing all the time, and then it'd be like, oh, they're doing that anyway too. I mean,
right. What, you mean like when they take Americans?
Yeah, like remember when those ISIS videos would come out like every other week a few years ago? It's like, did those guys ever get locked up? I mean...
Yeah, they're doing it anyways, right?
They're just like, eh.
They're not hanging on to those guys. Yeah. They are slicing and dicing.
Yeah. Now, as opposed to taking hostages...
maybe taking hostages, because killing prisoners of war, they are for sure killing them.
Yeah.
Taking hostages, there might be a chance you can get out.
Yeah. So maybe those hostages could be treated very well.
Yeah.
Now, you could probably make an argument that my wife upstairs right now is a hostage. Now, am I holding her against her will? No. But
you betcha.
Yeah. I mean, no, not 24/7, but yeah, for the most part.
No, she gets like recess. And
I slide like a Reese's cup under the door every now and then.
Damn,
but
a good guy.
I'm a great. She really doesn't know how lucky it is to be here. But yeah, you got killing, torture, taking hostages, committing genocide, and then ethnic cleansing. The only one that isn't involved, like...
Comment in the thread, what is your favorite, you guys?
What is your favorite war crime? But this one, taking hostages is the least...
Taking hostages, yeah. I think we're in agreement. Cheers to
the taking hostages.
Wow.
That's that's an everyday kind of thing. And
yeah,
can be treated very well.
What else we got?
So that was... Oh, that one there. And then we get Dolly Parton is starring in a musical on TikTok about Taco Bell's Mexican pizza.
What?
That's a mouthful, isn't it? So Dolly Parton, who's at the ripe age of, 87?
I think she's about 105.
Yeah. She's starring in a musical on TikTok.
Her tits are about 47.
Yeah. There's... Tits are about 47.
Those came in way later.
Yeah. She's like 80 something.
She's probably replaced those a couple times. They're probably brand spanking new. I would say they've probably got good 10-year warranty on them.
Yeah. Hopefully, if there's any, she's got bumper to bumper collision on those things. But she's now going to be in a musical on TikTok.
How does that work?
Well, I imagine the people that didn't get into a musical on Broadway aren't telling people like, yeah, but check out this one I'm doing with Dolly Parton on TikTok.
It's like a minute-long musical?
Yeah.
About Taco Bell's Mexican pizza. That sounds like a cancellation.
Yeah, it does, because the musical was inspired by an exchange between Doja Cat and TikTok star Victor Kunda, and it will be released a week after Mexican pizza returns to Taco Bell's menu. This just gives you a look at...
Can you say Mexican anymore?
Mexican, it's just, Mexican never comes off softly like Mexican. In South Jersey, it's all...
Depends on the delivery.
Yeah, so it's all in
also,
the context.
that could be a toilet.
Yeah. This is what, like, I guess marketing and advertising is now, is you get an 80-something-year-old country star, get her to go on a TikTok commercial talking about Taco Bell's pizza in response to a Twitter exchange by a rapper and a TikTok star.
Are we that out of ideas that people are just searching through TikTok and they're like, hang on, this could be a musical, right?
This could be something.
We'll do it on TikTok.
This has legs.
Yeah, I don't understand. Does it say any details about how that works about a TikTok musical?
So she's going to be the leading role in Mexican Pizza, the musical, on social media Monday morning.
We got to check that out.
Yeah, this has got to be.
Remind me.
This has got to be brutal, because this just came out. Yeah, it came out today, so maybe it is out. The satirical musical is based on a true story of the internet losing its mind after they removed the product from its menu in late 2020. It's inspired by a TikTok star video in March parodying what a dress rehearsal for the musical would look like, and singer Doja Cat's catchy jingle. But then they got Dolly Parton. They're like, yeah, it was an exchange between a TikToker and Doja Cat.
Where does she come in?
So let's get Dolly Parton to reenact this. They used to make a little Mexican pizza, Parton said, of Taco Bell, which is also good. I love that. Musicals on TikTok first emerged. When have musicals been a thing on TikTok?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm not on enough, and you've been banned on TikTok for a while now.
Yeah.
Normal antics.
I'm gonna have to sneak back on there at one of these.
Although
days.
I've been throwing up some of our clips on TikTok, and they're actually doing decent.
Getting some eyeballs.
Actually doing decent.
Damn it. The teens love us. What can we say?
Yeah.
They just look at these guys and they're like, if I could just, like, they're taking an art class or something, and they just see the symmetry between...
It's about our engagement with the fans, and, like, it's the dedication that we have, and that's why you spend all day in those teen chat rooms to engage with our fans and hype us up. And,
yeah.
That's that Kevin Hart hustle.
Yeah, and the hustle is evident if you look at my laptop, my keyboard. The A, S, and L keys are damaged beyond belief, and I need to replace them because they've just been hit way too hard during these chat room days. Yeah. What was your screen name, growing? You have an AIM screen name?
All the time? It was Wet Willie. Wet Willie 12993.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I was for shizzle 6969.
For shizzle?
For shizzle.
We should both be canceled for both of those.
We should go back on the AIM. That's what I thought you were saying. We could get right back into the lesbian chat rooms where we're talking with other grown men.
Yes. Well, here's what I learned. I was a kid when I made that username or whatever it was called.
Yeah, I was an adult. This was just last week when I created my
AOL account. But Wet Willie meaning stick it in your friend's ear, Wet Willie. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You go into a chat room, though, with that name, and it brings in a whole different crew of people.
It really
does. Which, as a kid, is really eye-opening, but that people do not have the same thought process around what you mean by Wet Willie.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say that some people, they just don't have the same genitalia because they sent you a lot of photos.
Well...
You learned a lot of things that night.
I learned a lot from the internet that year.
Yeah. That's the only way to learn properly. Teach these damn kids these days,
and
right?
You were for shizzle, so like fresh off a Snoop Dogg
song. We would actually use this part of Google, this one site that was a parody of Google. It was called Gazoogle, Did you ever hear of this?
Oh, no.
Gazoogle.
Gazoogle.
We used to use it all the time in middle school, right around the first Shizzle and the Snoop Dogg days. So they said it's the most pimping out website on the net. It's like
It's pimping out website on the net.
it's Snoop Dogg's Google, just what it says. It's a different kind of search engine. Check out the site. It's pretty dope for all y'all bitches who want to find shiznit on the net.
This sounds like a white dude who's like trying his best to attract a black audience that completely doesn't get it.
Yeah, for all you biatches.
Yeah. For all your dope friends, check out this website.
Yeah, with all this shiznit on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's what was going on back in there in those days. And then here's another national story with Madison Cawthorn video. A North Carolina representative responds to video showing him being crass and naked in bed with his cousin.
Oh my god.
So apparently they have video of him in bed with his cousin, and his response.
Who is this?
This is a politician from North Carolina.
Let's go.
After the video appeared on social media, he tweeted, "A new hit against me just dropped. Years ago in this video, I was being crass with a friend, trying to be funny. We were acting foolish and joking. That's it. I'm not backing down. I told you there would be a drip campaign. Blackmail won't
do not
win."
call it that, dude.
This video is locker room talk between two cousins that grew up like brothers.
Oh, so it's two dudes?
It's two dudes that like...
Just two dudes palling around.
Yeah, palling around, and I guess he started getting shit from other people down there saying, "Hey, what's this? You being crass with your cousin on video in a bed."
Calling it crass. That's so funny. It's just dudes being like, dude, I'm going to crawl into Dan's bed naked and freak him out. It's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny is back in the day, a story like that would come out and could really torch a politician, like just from being gay.
Yeah.
And now my first thought was, oh my God, there was a video of him with his female cousin. That's disgusting. But if it's like his dude buddy cousin, sure, it might be a chance that he's gay. But the biggest concern is that he's banging a cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back in the day, I feel like people would be so freaked out just because they're like, holy shit, he's in the closet.
Yeah. Dude, and this is the whole thing with politicians now, too. He seemed like a pretty young guy. This is now going to be happening as politicians start getting, older and they, start running for office over the next, people that aren't even born yet or teenagers or, middle schoolers right now. Like these could be doing whatever now and they're going to be elected officials in 10, 15 years.
Right.
So they're going to be coming on there. It's like, hey, did you see that? Because everybody is a kid. If you have the internet, you're going to say something fucking stupid on there, right?
We had it young, but like still like we didn't have it in grade school and stuff. I'm like, I can't even. If I had more time on the internet than I already did,
it would have been bad.
It was already bad news. Like, I see those memories come up from Facebook like once a day, and I'm like, delete. I'm like, God, I can't believe that was me.
If you are not on your Facebook clicking on memories and deleting half of what you posted every single day, you are a psycho.
Yeah, or you probably weren't on the internet.
Yeah,
saying stupid shit.
If you're not doing that, you're either a loser or a psycho. Neither, can't be both but one.
There's no in between.
There is no in between. That is it, because you got to have a lot of embarrassing shit. Like that time you tweeted those T-Pain lyrics. Like, it's like
full lyrics.
Full lyrics, and it was for bartender, not even don't matter.
Spelled Wisconsin wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever happened to Akon?
He was in and out of jail constantly, I remember.
He was doing that in like AIDS fundraisers.
He had like a high voice too.
Yeah.
It's funny that he was like the most gangster. I think he was just always getting popped on gun charges.
Yeah,
that was his thing. I think he was.
That was because he was on that song 9mm where he's just like, I got a 9mm. Yeah, that was him and Lil Wayne.
That's gonna be my wedding song.
Yeah, you guys gonna walk out into the reception with that?
That's just kind of what I dream of. I'll have to run it by Sam, but that's just kind of what I've always envisioned.
Yeah. Now, what are some of your other, like? Do you have like each have your must-haves and maybes? And if your must-have includes a desk pop while you guys walk out, I think you should go for it.
I think a desk pop, we walk out to Akon and a threesome. Now,
now the last one might be.
I have not run any of those by her yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I think you just fold them up, put them in a hat, and then pull one out.
Yeah.
And then whichever one.
Win. If anybody's going to be in the threesome, it's going to be Dan because he's my friend.
Yeah, and I'll have the camera ready for the Patreon.
We got to make some money off this pod.
Yeah, we'll put a sex tape out there. We'll Kim Kardashian the shit out of this.
Dude, I was just talking, maybe I was talking to you about this.
The Kardashians?
The Kardashians that something came out. I forget where I saw the source that apparently I'm late to the game on this. Like I was talking to Sam about it, and she's like, "Yeah, of course, everybody fucking knows this," but that it's pretty much confirmed. Ray J's coming out and saying Kim Kardashian's mom, whatever her name is, she orchestrated the whole sex tape and came into releasing it.
Yeah.
Were we talking about that?
Yeah. And I said I was basically saying like, I remember she like sold it to the media basically.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I know it sounds obvious now, just, the more that America's gotten to know their family and like the way that they've gotten famous and stuff. But when you really think about that, how disgusting that is for a mother
to pimp out her daughter's sex tape.
To watch that, first of all, to have seen it and then been like, yeah, like let's get that out. Let's put that out there.
Yeah.
Like how as a mother could you stomach even watching that and then being like, listen, and then talking your daughter into having the entire world see it. Like it just is crazy.
That, and it's just like, hold on a second, before you delete that video file, I think we can make some money on that.
I got an idea.
It's literally
now
distributing.
Hear me out.
It's distributing pornorography in a way.
Yeah,
I mean, don't you need to be licensed to do that
for your kid too?
Yeah,
and then apparently, like Ray J was, I guess, in the new show. I should do My Girlfriend's TV show TikTok on the Kardashians now that it's back up again, because I was getting a lot of good traction with that. But anyway, Sam was watching it and she was saying that I guess they made Ray J kind of sound like a rapist. Like they were saying, I guess Kim said, and again, I'm probably butchering all of this because I didn't watch the episode, but that she was telling a story that, obviously they had a sex tape, but that he was trying to say there was multiple, and she was like, she told a story that he had a video where he was like playing like with herself while she was asleep, and and he's like, yo, you're making me sound like a rapist. That's not what happened. And now he's coming out and saying your mom is the one that approached me about this, like,
so that's how it all came out,
doing this like selling this sex tape and blah blah blah, and I've stayed quiet for all these years, but now that you're making me out to sound like this, I'm gonna come forward and just say exactly what you guys did. Again, I just completely butchered that whole description, but it's something like the way that they described whatever they were doing, they were really making him sound
like that type of guy. Holy shit.
Now I don't know Ray.
Yeah, like you guys have been out of touch for a little while.
I haven't talked to Ray in a bit, so I don't know. Maybe he is a guy,
Maybe he has changed a little bit since you guys were, out in Vegas together. It was different time, and between him, Akon,
I don't know, Mr. J,
Young Jeezy. If we could just get them all to come back and just circle back around, just follow up with us.
Right,
they're hitting that point. Don't you feel like everybody, they have their thing, and then there's people just waiting to say, okay, they are officially off right now, like they're out of the
zeitgeist.
Yeah, they're not in the top of the minds of their fan base as they once were, like a Simple Plan, for example.
Yeah,
let's say once Simple Plan became unpopular, they kind of shelved for a little while, and then they're like, okay, have we reached our nostalgia peak yet? And then they send them all out there, like, it's been
which they are doing.
Yeah, which they are doing right now. It's like, you guys have hit 15 years, get the fuck out there.
My buddies just saw Simple Plan,
and they probably saw him in an arena.
I forget actually, but I'm sure they're doing well. But yeah, we were just talking about that too, where I'm like, I wonder, like, you see certain people fall off for a while like that, and extreme examples like Britney Spears was the biggest, all over every newspaper, in everybody's on every news channel, everybody's talking about her constantly, and obviously she's back in the news now, and like has never fallen off, like she's gonna be famous forever, but she kind of like disappeared for a little while after like she shaved her head and that whole thing, and they kind of left, I wouldn't say left her alone, but like they moved on to some other like more popular things for a while until the conservatorship and all that stuff is coming back out. Now she's like, right back to where she started.
Yeah.
But the Kardashians, will they ever fall off? I don't think we're ever going to stop talking about them.
No, because then even when any of them do fall off, it's all it's going to be, because they cover so many different grounds of people that want to just hate, watch, click on them.
Mm-hmm. They're masterminds of keeping
the conversation about themselves going
in all of our mouths.
Yeah. Which if
keep our names in your mouths. Message to Will Smith.
Which, like, if that's literally their job, everything they're doing comes down to they need to make the conversation spin back to them.
And they don't care if they look bad.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't care.
Release a sex tape. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
It'll make me
It's all
popular.
marketing. Yeah, that's what it's doing for me. And because of all of that, like, that is, like, has to be at the top of any list of, like, egotistical, like, sociopaths.
Yeah.
Like, and anybody just thinks that they're just like, yeah, but they're, like, really down to earth and just like everyone's like, not if that's the lifestyle they got to live. No way.
Yeah, that the whole way that it's so twisted. There's no, but yeah, they'll never, at this point with how famous they are, they'll never, fall off and not be talked about to an extent.
No, because I mean, look at other things 60, 70 years ago. We're still fucking talking about JFK.
Right.
Who did it? Is it we were talking about
another
theories
scandalous
last year.
family?
Yeah, the whole Kennedys. Yeah,
all of them.
And that's just not even talking about the guy that killed somebody.
Yeah.
Which one was that? That was the guy that Ted Kennedy,
his
right?
Brother, right?
Wasn't it Ted Kennedy that was driving and killed somebody, and then he died the brain?
I can't remember. It was either Robert died in a plane crash, I think, and then I think you're right.
Junior did. RFK was the one who got stabbed in the
they all died
kitchen.
in horrific ways.
Yeah.
But one of them drove off a bridge and like killed somebody and then fled the scene.
Yeah, I think that was Ted Kennedy.
It's fucking crazy.
I think it's Ted Kennedy, that murderer. Now, if what I said isn't true, then just put a little footnote over it for me.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Again, we don't know. We are just
we are a prominently featured history podcast.
Yeah, we're
South
like
Jersey. Yeah,
Wikipedia.
We
got some general stuff out there, but you can come in and correct us at any time.
Yeah, you could just come edit it if you want. You can add your own link. We don't really care.
Yeah.
Create your own. We should create it like a South Jersey Wikipedia section.
Ooh.
And we can just start making pages for notable figures of different areas. Like this potential warlord could have his own page, and that woman who killed herself.
Well, yeah. Well, you know what I was thinking too? I was talking to some friends of mine about this. We should interview buddies of ours from specific South Jersey towns and get the scoop from them on what those those little idiosyncrasies are within their towns, like Maple Shade or wherever.
Yeah, and then we go to the scene and have them explain it, and we can do that at all places all over the place. And we got to take phone calls on here too. We can set that up. We can really talk to some really insane people. We'll just do a live one from outside of the heritages, and hopefully see that motherfucker John Montague walk by.
I wish a motherfucker would.
I wish he would try and cross in there wearing his Handsome Idiots merch. He's got they got the little Live Strong bracelets with their logo on it. Yeah.
Wow.
We might want to notify Lance Armstrong about that because it's kind of offensive.
Yeah, Lance is gonna be pissed.
Yeah, they got that. They got that going on, and I just saw him at Heritage's the other day. It was 6 a.m. and he was getting a bottle of milk. It's
Handsome Idiots, more like ugly dorks.
Yeah, we're about to really set ourselves up for.
We should have them on the podcast. Very soon.
We're gonna need an extra XLR cable, but we'll make it work.
Let's start the South Jersey circuit of podcasts.
The podcast promotional schedule. We'll start hitting the road and going around, hitting all the big spots.
Creating the stir in South Jersey.
We're gonna go down to Wawa. We're gonna go to a Wawa in Glassboro. We'll hang out outside there and sign some headshots and stuff.
Ask people for a light.
Yeah, ask people if we can bum a smoke.
You got $1? Just $1, just so I can get a coffee.
Yeah, just
I want a coffee, bitch. I hate when people do that. Look, they stand outside of Wawa and they go, "You got $1 just so I can get a coffee?" And I'm like, yeah, I want to use it to buy myself a coffee.
Yeah, I want to go. It's got to be tough in the panhandler game now, because a lot of those people, when I worked at Wawa, people would drive to Wawa to start panhandling, and we'd have to kick them out of there, but they would still get a few bucks before anyone caught on to it.
Yeah, I see them all the time. You see people, they will come up specifically to Wawa, and then as people are walking in, they hold the door open for them, and then they ask them. And dude, whatever, ask if you want. But don't say a coffee. Say food. Like I'll give you money for food. I'm not giving you money to fucking make you a little more wake you up a little bit, dude.
Yeah. You need a little energy.
You've been up for hours, dude.
Yeah. You got a little
hunting for a job.
Burst. Yeah, out there hitting LinkedIn hard.
Yeah.
Need to borrow my phone? Sure, I'll go inside and blow up this bathroom. But when I come out, you better have sent out 10 applications.
Yeah.
Easy apply. There's no excuse.
Yeah, come on.
It's
you got your coffee. You're ready to go.
Ready to go. take them out. You know,
Yeah, you don't see people at Starbucks doing that.
It's crazy. Well, not even outside of Wawa, but I'm starting to see people this part of South Jersey down here in Camden and Gloucester County. At certain intersections, there's guys walking up and down the lanes like we're in Philly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit.
Starting to travel over the bridge.
Yeah, they're getting over, and they got a map for the routes, and they're just hitting all the different transit locations, getting out and getting into it.
The craziest dudes are the ones, the homeless dudes that you'll see walking on the side of the highways. Like
yeah.
You ever see people just walking on the shoulder? And I'm like, dude, what happened to you that you're on the shoulder of the highway walking right now? No car in sight.
Yeah, they're just trying to figure out where the hell the wind will take them next. Yeah, it's
gonna be us if this podcast doesn't work out.
Yeah, it's gonna be us out there, and we'll have portable wireless microphones walking down the street as we.
The noise could be a little bit of an issue.
Yeah, but I think we could get someone to touch that up and post.
Yeah,
we won't have an issue there.
Well, all right, we'll just stand outside of Wawa and ask if anybody wants to be an intern.
Yeah.
Anybody know post-production?
Anybody know? Yeah, we'll do it right outside of Rowan, down at the Wawa in Glassboro.
Yeah,
right on Delsey Drive. We'll hang out there and
just pretend to be students.
We'll pretend to be students. I think we got that look down. I don't have it today, but
you guys want to go shred some gnar, dude?
Yeah.
I got my longboard here in my backpack.
Backwards hats, longboards.
You guys want to go do some Molly?
Yeah.
Like, it's 10 a.m., sir, and it's
Tuesday. I feel like college kids are way more responsible these days than.
It's tough, dude. I'm so out of touch. I really am. Yeah. I don't know. Like I generally think that too, where it seems like health is wealth is more of like the vibe that's coming out of the younger generation now. Yeah. But I don't know. Like if we dipped into some college parties, I bet you there's still a bunch of kids raging. I mean, they're like doing ketamine and stuff, aren't they? Aren't the youngsters doing ketamine?
Yeah. Well, at the past few college parties I've been at, which spring break was a little crazy, but I got my boy Trevor who goes to Rowan. I can text him, but he just needs a ride because he doesn't have a car or a license.
Big T with the K.
Yeah. Big T came through. Him and Chandler. We went to a little lacrosse party down there at Rowan, and
relax, bro.
Yeah. So those parties get a little out of control. But the past few ones I've been at, they've been rather tame. Watching their caloric intake in
Pong. As long as you're keeping your calories in check, you can do as much ketamine as you want.
Yeah, the ketamine doesn't bother them at all. But I saw one team had to bow out and surrender in beer pong because they hit their caloric intake on the light beer that was going in. They were like, I hit 200 calories, and that's too many calories I can consume by liquid.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Man, things have changed. People
they really have.
Pussy.
Yeah. Whatever happened to the day of just, snorting a mix of drugs off someone's palm in a bathroom?
Whatever happened to just mixing every single liquid you had in your fridge and calling it jungle juice?
Jungle juice. Yeah, that was the shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
wake up 3 days later.
Yeah.
You're like, I think I have diabetes now.
Yeah, and that's how it all started going down.
That's how I got it.
You got it.
It's a bad batch of jungle juice. Dude.
Yeah, bad batch of jungle juice up at the University of Scranton. Hunter Biden was there.
Yeah, Hunter Biden used to come by and party with us all the time.
You just swing by. Yeah.
So I told you this story before, but I'll say it for the pod listeners. Yeah. I went to University of Scranton, and I don't think I told this on the pod before.
I don't think so, no.
I'll make it quick. So I gave the commencement speech during graduation. Wasn't valedictorian, not even close. I was a communication major. I had very mediocre grades. But what you could do is people voted for you for who they wanted to be the speaker.
Yeah.
So I got voted to do it. But the reason I wanted to do it is so that people thought I was a valedictorian. Check. And so I do it, and I'm trying. It was kind of like my first time doing like a stand-up performance because I just try to make it funny. I try to like write jokes throughout and like try to tie together some sort of theme. And no, there's nothing going on in Scranton. Obviously, the only thing that Scranton's famous from is the show The Office, and the only famous person really is Joe Biden is from Scranton.
Yeah.
And this was at the time he was VP, wasn't president. I still don't know anything about politics. I especially didn't know anything about politics or Joe Biden when I was in college. And but in my head, I go, let me write a joke with a political figure as the punchline just so that everybody thinks I'm politically savvy. Yeah. And I know what I'm talking about, and I'm well read. That's literally why I did this. So I just wrote a simple joke. There's also a lot of this is important to know for the joke. There's skunks all over Scranton, all over the campus. Like you just
why is that? Is it like the
just
lantern flies down here and skunks?
Yeah,
up
it's
there?
just the fucking dirty ass hills, and there's just skunks, and it's just a shitty shithole of a city. It's just an asshole of a city with just skunks and just dirty people.
But that's where The Office was based, but they didn't really do much shooting there.
Right. They shot mostly it all in LA outside of like the opening sequence.
Yeah.
So I wrote a joke that was something like, it was stupid, really simple. I was like, Scranton, the land of the skunks and the home of Joe Biden. I don't know which one stinks more, like something like that. I'm like, it's like lighthearted.
Which, if you tell that joke, then people are just like, "Oh, you're making fun of the vice president," or some people might even know who he is.
And
but
things were not this politically divided because Trump was not president. So it was like in my head, I'm like, who gives a shit? Like, nobody took sides as hard as they do now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Then it was just like whatever.
So I'm like, I say that thinking it's a stupid joke, and everybody, it's like 10,000 people there. Everybody goes, oh. And I'm like, Jesus, okay. I didn't think it was that edgy, but I'm like, I just gloss right over it, finish the rest of the speech. It goes well. I get off the stage. My brother comes up to me. He's like, dude, good speech. He was like, great job. But what was with the Biden joke? I go, yeah, what was the big deal with that? Why, I didn't think it was that edgy. He goes, dude, Joe Biden's son died today. And I was like, whoops-a-daisy. Whoops-a-daisy. Wrote this a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, boy.
Wish somebody would have told me that because I pre-wrote the speech. And now I just look like the edgiest commencement speaker of all time.
Yeah, some people were probably just like, holy shit, he actually
this kid's
went
going
there.
for it.
Yeah, they were like, holy shit.
I was not trying to.
Jeez, did you run the speech by anybody, or did they have to approve it?
They did. They did approve it. Like, I had to run it by somebody in the school. But, like, again, that didn't happen at that time. And I guess they were like, oh, that's fun.
They didn't remember it initially, and then they just completely forgot.
Or they just hate it. Joe
Or they just left it in there. They're the one person like, let me sneak this one in, and just for old time's sake. Yeah. And they left it in there.
They left it in, and it's out there, man. It's on YouTube, I think.
Yeah, I've seen it pop up on my thing a few times. It's one of those, just one of those performances when you think about Queen performing at Live Aid, and then
Brendan Donegan at University of Scranton, 2015.
Yeah, They're up there. They're up there with like the Pope doing mass on the Parkway over in Philly a few years ago.
Pope on the Parkway.
Pope on the Parkway. Live Aid over in Wembley Stadium.
Pope on the Parkway would be a good band name, huh?
Pope on the Parkway. I think we could. And we're like Christian rock.
Yeah,
we're just all about pleasing Him.
With arms wide open, out in the sunlight. Welcome. Do you know the song? Creed.
I know, yeah.
Come on, don't tell me you don't know our brothers in arms, Creed.
I can't
with
say
arms wide open.
These stories don't write themselves.
Yeah, except for these ones.
War criminals in South Jersey. We got scam artists getting arrested for selling fake gold bars. Not even just gold. South Jersey's just chock full of fun, good stuff happening. And it just is nonstop. And now the summer's coming up, so shit's about to get even more crazy.
A lot of fights happening this summer.
There is. The plastic bags are now gone, so now you're going to see everybody running out onto the beach with their hoagies slipping out of their arms.
People are going to be pissed, like you know, like women, like Karens were going into supermarkets and freaking out about masks. They're going to be freaking out about. Yeah. I could bring a plastic bag in here. Yeah, you get me a fucking plastic bag,
man. Just going in there with your own plastic bag, they would have to allow it.
Yeah, or they might, freak out, but just throw a plastic bag on somebody's head and just tear them out of there. Shout out! You're gonna see some crazy shit. I guarantee it.
Yeah, it was Mother's Day on Sunday, and shout out to all the moms that I saw coming out of Target, not realizing the plastic bag ban went into effect, and they had no bags, so they had to carry everything that they just went on their $200 Target run for. That their husband was at home just despising every second of them being out of the house, and then they had to go out there with multiple trips with their arms full of whatever the fuck. Yeah, yep. Shout out to them.
Shout out to all those moms.
Yeah, all those moms working hard at Target on Sunday with no bags. They had to get back out to their Buick Enclaves without dropping one thing.
And they had to stack up the cabinets with Capri Sun for your thirsty ass.
Yep. Those Capri Suns are in there, Uncrustables.
Those moms got to keep you fed, dude.
Yeah. That's what happens when I go over there. kids don't have lunch the next morning because I got a hold of the lunchbox. But yeah. All right, well, we'll just we'll call it on...
let's call it a day.
Let's call it a day. South Jersey Bad Boys at gmail.com.
Write in what you guys want us to talk about on future episodes, because we will do it.
We'll go to these towns. We'll go to these people. We just got to make these stories shine. As people just deserve to be heard in this part of the state, because they don't get the representation up in North Jersey.
We're the only South Jersey representatives.
Yeah. And it's just, forget the politicians. They're not going to do anything for you.
We're going to be the guy. We're going to be the South Jersey.
We're going to be the ones to step up, and we're going to be, somebody has to do it, and we're willing to take that bullet. So
let's go take a nap.
Yeah. We're going to go do it. We're going to go yawn our way into a slumber. See you guys.